Hello everyone, my name is Cornelius Kipkorir. I'll be teaching you our clerical duties. I've already shared with me for the online platform the course outline or the topics that we are going to cover in this unit. So basically, the first topic is all about office. So other clerical duties. The first topic is office. And in office, we are going to discuss just two objectives here, or three. We can talk about meaning of the office, talk about the functions of the office. So this is the thing that you can discuss under the first discussion. So office is always a room that is always set aside for the clerical activities to take place, or just a place aside for activities pertaining to an office to be taken. Like here in Kipps College, whenever you have an issue, you normally go to relevant offices, and that's a good example of an office that we can be discussing here. So it is basically a place or just an area set aside for clerical activities to take place. Also, we have now the functions of the office. The functions of the office can be classified into two. We can talk about basic functions and talk about administrative functions. Now, if you are told that a basic function, it is that activity that an office must have to do in place such that that institution or that company can attain its own objectives. So what I could say in brief is that one of the basic functions of an office is always to receive and collect information. So information here would be coming from outside or would be coming from inside. So in this case, it is always the duty or the function of the office to ensure that they're receiving or collecting the information when it is necessary. A good example could be the office could be compelled to go and pick a letter from a post office. We also talk about prepare the records. In a place of employment, we have employees, and employees there need to have their own records. A good example, maybe you've been given a warning. A warning is a good example of a record, and therefore it is the work of the office to ensure that they are preparing those kinds of records or having them in a file, so that whenever you want to information pertaining to an employee or any other person in the place of work, you can easily get from the records. Their work is also to process the same information into a meaningful, because at times you can be given an information that is very complex, and it's now the duty of the office to ensure that they have it in a desirable manner. We also have supplying the ready-made information. Like as a student, you're also supposed to be given some kind of information, and the information is always coming from the office. So it should always be the one that has been made already for you just to consume and use it in a desirable way that you want. We also have the administrative functions of an office. And the administrative functions of an office are always very many. And in this case, they are not the basic one. So if they're not the basic, yes, they're supposed to be doing those ones, but not that very important. Like when we talk about management functions, management functions always deals with planning, organizing, directing, leading, and also decision making. So it is the work of the office to ensure that those activities take place in the office. We also talk about develop the systems. Like in this online platform, we are using a system. This system was developed from the office. That is another main thing that we can talk about the office. We can still talk about form designing. Now, form is a document that is always used in collecting information in the workplace. An example of a form that you've already been seeing maybe during a physical learning is class attendance register. That is a good example of a form. It is always designed from the office. It is always the duty of the office to purchase furniture. Like we have different types of furniture in the workplace, and it's always the work of the office to ensure that they're the one giving out the specifications of the same furniture. Also dealing with personnel, and personnel or the cadres are the people working in an organization. So it is the work of the office to ensure that they are dealing together or dealing with the people working in an organization in a desirable manner.